How to build more muscle with one simple trick. Train with a larger range of motion. It's not really a magic trick, but training with a full range of motion as opposed to training with partial range of motion has been shown to be superior for muscle gain. Everyone wants to build more muscle for sport, and obviously it is beneficial. That is why people want to build more muscle. It will increase the potential for you and will benefit you in your sport. And you have the added bonus of the aesthetics, which people also obviously want. Training with a full range of motion likely creates just a larger magnitude of stress in the muscle tissue. But how do you incorporate this? Well, to be blunt, you just take all the exercise you do and actually just do them with a full range of motion. And possibly even add stuff that allows you to even add more range of motion, like a deficit push-up. However, practically, this might not be as easy for everyone. I assume that most athletes, especially younger ones, but older ones as well, train with a reduced range of motion, much like I did when I was younger as well. We'll take this video of me squatting as an example. I quickly realized later on that full range of motion is way more beneficial than partial range of motion. When trying to do deep squats, I couldn't do deep squats without either falling over, feeling extremely uncomfortable, or just hinging or deadlifting the squat. So practically, for some people, just starting to train with full range of motion might not be as easy due to either the lack of exposure in full range of motion. So you might find it uncomfortable, you might find that you have a bit of pain when you do it, or you likely had an injury before, also just stopping you from doing these full range of motion lifts. Here's how you can possibly fix that. And that is just by simply scaling the movement until you get better at it. For me, when I scaled the squat to try and get to a full deep squat, I just started squatting from pins. I started with the concentric only, and I started lowering the pins even more, getting comfortable with sitting under the bar and then pushing it up quite high. The pins also allowed me to scale it, starting from higher, going lower and lower and lower. I elevated my heels a lot. This allowed me quick access to going really deep. This was also a really good one. And I did a lot of single leg work with full range of motion. Above that, I just started squatting a lot. Deep squatting was a problem for me, was due to the fact that I had previously injured my knee. I felt very uncomfortable when sitting really deep into the squat and having to push up as well. This is where training with full range of motion also has a few benefits. Not only did full range of motion expose the fact that I cannot access that range in my one knee, it also strengthened me in that range. And before you knew it, I could sit in a position, go down in a position where I couldn't before, so I had some flexibility gains, and also you get stronger in these compromised positions. This is the same for one of my clients that I had a previous shoulder issue, who we wanted to do more chest work with, and we started with getting more full range of motion by starting with these deficit push-ups. However, he could not do deficit push-ups because he had pain every time he went deeper, but we started exposing him to these type of ranges of motion. So when we get to the end part of the portion at the bottom, we would hold at the point where he could hold. So the deepest point that he could hold, we would hold there at the bottom 3 to 4 seconds and then come up again and then repeat the movement. Before you knew it, the range of motion was fine and he could do a full range deficit push-up. This in turn made other exercises like dumbbell chest press, where you can hold the dumbbell really far back, also accessible for him. So in turn, this will affect your training, and it does have more benefits than just potentially gaining more muscle. Another added benefit of training with full range of motion is that strength training with full range of motion has been shown to be superior in increasing force production opposed to partial range of motion. It's also quite obvious that if you want to up your strength in the squat, getting stronger at the deep squat will most probably make you stronger at the partial squat as well. But the partial squat, getting stronger in that, will not make you stronger in the deep squat, unfortunately.